Okay, we're at the Safeway in Arlington, Washington, and on our map here, I've got it highlighted, the area that we're looking at. So I'm standing on the northeast side of the Safeway building, where it says 172nd there. I'm right about in this area, fuel station up there. We're assuming that this is the property boundary lines. We're gonna look at asphalt repair. 172nd, it's out front here. You got the fuel station, which is here. We're gonna start here at the fuel station and then work our way around the building through the parking lot. This first section right here is alligator cracking, probably should be repaired. And it goes all the way over to this section here. So what we have here is we've got a 25-foot by 25-foot section here off the concrete, coming out, going over and up to be repaired right in front of the fuel station. It'll take care of this repair. This could probably be crack filled. Doesn't have to be done this year out in front of the fuel station. This area right here, I'm not sure if this is part of Safeway's lot, because we're only going through there and then over where the fuel station is. So I've left this area alone in front of the hallmark. I don't know if this is part of the scope or not, so I'm not going to do it. Starting from the speed bump, from this side of the speed bump, we'll remove the speed bump. We've got a 26-foot wide drive aisle, so that we would go a complete full depth remove and replace. So we'll assume 4 inches. We'll replace the 24-foot by 3-foot wide and 24-foot by 3-foot wide speed bumps, 3-inch tall. We'll remove and replace those. Again, do a full depth grind on this because of all the alligator cracking. So we would go all the way to the end right here. All right, so this would be a 50-foot by 24-foot area that we would completely remove and replace. This entire drive aisle all the way through is damaged, all the way out to the corner here. This total dimension here, I will have measured on Google Earth to see what the total measurement is on that. This area right here, you can see there's alligator cracking throughout this entire drive aisle. So on my map, I'll have this measured out from this location here at the curb all the way down to the other curb, which is down here by the arrow. So this would be complete remove and replace, a grind, full depth grind and overlay. Stop here at the curbs on both sides. Since there's damage out here towards the entrance, we'll get this entire area here, right here at the seam where the curb line is, do this whole drive aisle going through, which means we'll have to have this blocked off here at the entrance. Curbing over here. We're gonna look at this curbing here at the north entrance. You got broken curb. As you can see, this is like a 6 inch by 6 inch. I thought it was in the ground, but it looks like it's above ground. So we would replace 6 feet of this. Okay, 6 feet. Over here in this area, got curb to be replaced. Right on the top, this had rebar in it. So it was poured on top, but it had rebar inside of it. So we can do rebar, 2 sticks of horizontal rebar on that, horizontal rebar on this. We've got an 8-foot section here. Saw cut it right here at the joint, go over to the other joint. Remove and replace that. This drive aisle through here, we've got Not the entire drive aisle on this, but about 3/4 of it would need to be replaced. From where the arrow is over to the curbing, all failed asphalt through here, all the way down to this white car here. You got alligator cracking, you got areas where asphalt's missing, little pitted areas. All the way down through here still. You got from the curb, you got about 3/4 of the way over through this drive aisle. This would need to be replaced. Full depth grind and overlay, 4-inch. We'd be able to stop the repair right about in this location here. So this will be measured on the aerial map in this location here. So from the entrance, take a right, take immediate left. You've got asphalt repair to do basically in this entire drive aisle. You've got some sporadic cracking right here, and then you have a lot of it down that drive aisle. So instead of doing just that section and leaving this small area, we would go from curb to curb and do this entire drive aisle all the way through out to where it meets the main entrance out here on the road. See a lot of alligator cracking, areas where there's holes, areas where there's been some patchwork here. In these stalls right here, between this curb and down here at this curb, you can see a lot of oil spot damage where it's deteriorating on the asphalt. So we would replace a 12-foot wide section here, 12-foot wide, and go all the way down to the end here. So we've got 70 feet by 12 feet down the middle here, so that we could get these areas repaired where all these oil spots are in the middle section. There's other areas where there's oil spot damage, but it's not as bad as some of those areas there. We've got this entire drive aisle, like I said earlier, all of it would come out all along the curbing from curb to curb. You got damaged asphalt through this whole entire area here. So this would be a complete remove, replace. This drive aisle right here, pretty decent shape. This would be right in front of the west entrance to the store. This is okay, so we'd be able to leave this drive aisle alone. This though would be part of the repair. You can see it's damaged all the way out here. We got another 24-foot speed bump that would be taken out and replaced. This ADA area would be part of the removal process. And we would bring it out past this curb, and then continue it all the way through from that curb straight through, catch that area, and then go to this curb here, remove it all the way to there, and down here get some of these tree roots removed. Got iron, so this would have to be removed and replaced. And then we've got this curbing that'll have to get knocked out, which has rebar in it. We'd have to remove and replace this as well after we put the asphalt in. So we'd probably go right to this joint here, take all this out. This is 25 feet. In this area right here, you got tree root damage. This from the store right north of this tree line here, you've got tree root damage in here. You can see that right there, tree root poking up. So this stall will get removed, an 18 by 9. This entire drive aisle here, we'd fix around this catch basin, but we would get this entire drive aisle, get all this alligator cracking removed out of here, and we would stop right at the cart corral here and go across. Here we've got, in the second and third stall, we've got asphalt repair that needs to be done right through here and through here. And through this stall. So 1, 2, 3 stalls. So 30 feet by 15 feet in these 3 stalls. We're gonna replace this curbing right here. We would end up fixing this too. So we would try to saw cut that, fix this 3-foot section of curbing. This asphalt is part of this main drive aisle. This asphalt would include this whole drive aisle, plus all the tree root damage here, and that stall that we talked about earlier. Moving around the building, a lot of this could be crack filled, but as we get over here into this area, got alligator cracking here, missing asphalt here, and an area right here that needs to be repaired. So we'd want to repair all the way out, remove all of this, replace all of this to that stop stencil there, and actually get all these areas. It'd be the best thing to do, and come all the way over. This will be part of the aerial map, and then we'll get removed and replaced. Thanks. So this drive aisle here is pretty damaged. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stalls here. At about 8.5 stalls, we'd come from the edge of the stalls into the drive aisle, come out about 75% of the way over, and remove this entire area. On the aerial map, this will be measured out, and a dimension will be given to repair all this alligator cracking in here. We'd stop right at about this location right here. I'm not going to include the bank right now. I think that's probably part of a different contract, different ownership. This area right here has failed. We would repair this entire area, which would be about a 20-foot by 20-foot area. We'll raise up the 3 water lids here, fix this asphalt, remove and replace right on the other side of that vault. And this is the back side of the property. We've got alligator cracking that goes right down the center of this, but we wouldn't have to replace all of it. We would have to replace 18 feet by 10 feet. And then after that 18 by 10 foot, we would take this out. Here we've got what looks like a 6 by 8 curb that had rebar in it that would need to be replaced. So we have to form and pour that 10 foot piece there. So this is 220 feet. 220 feet by 10 feet right down the center here. This is the flow line. So we'd have about 4 feet on this side, 5 feet on this side. This is here at the back of the building. We have another 10-foot piece of curb that needs to be formed and poured with rebar inside. since I see construction's going on next door, I would imagine these curb repairs are not the responsibility of Albertsons or Safeway. I would imagine the contractor needs to take care of those, probably from Dawson. So let's delete those curbs that I mentioned down there, those two 10-footers. This is the southwest entrance. You've got the bank that's right here. Actually, it's a credit union. But we've got some repairs on this main drive aisle. From the sidewalk, we have 12 feet. We'd fix that asphalt around that water meter there. And then where it's sinking next to the concrete vault. And we would take it back to this patch right here. So we'd come out 12 feet and do this entire area here. So what you have is a 35-foot run by 12 in this section here. And as you can see where my finger's pointing, where we've got asphalt missing there in that spot. This area at the entrance is probably critical to get this repair done right here. And then down the middle we've got alligator cracking that should be repaired as well. So we've got a 5-foot by 12-foot right here, and then down this stretch we've got a 9-foot by 52. We got 52 to this joint here and up to get this alligator cracking. 52 by 10, be able to take care of all of this. And then we would get this area right here. This is a pothole here, right next to the credit union. Okay. This is a 4x4. We already counted all this. This area that's over here on the west side of the lot seems to be in decent shape. Actually, this stall right here has a hole. This is right here next to there. We've got a 3x3 area to be repaired. This is the northwest entrance, which seems to be holding up okay. Just some crack fill to do. And that area over there is okay. So I think that is it on the evaluation.